The Green Party's fortunes have been transformed. With a surge in membership and a new war chest, they are better positioned than ever before. But while their real-world support is growing, a rival party is dominating the online space, and it's the one they least expect to learn from: Reform UK. Without a massive initial ad budget, Reform has built a digital empire, and in doing so they've created a playbook that could completely revolutionise the Greens' strategy for their next phase of growth. Today I'm going to break down that playbook piece by piece and show how the Greens can steal it to turn their new momentum into a full-blown online and offline movement. And if you believe in challenging the political establishment and want more deep dives like this, make sure you subscribe. It's the single best way to support what I do. So to really get what the Greens can do to improve, you have to understand the gap between their offline energy and online presence. You believe in the cause, you see the membership numbers soaring, but online it doesn't always have the same punch. Meanwhile, a party whose values you can't stand is suddenly everywhere. It's frustrating, and it all comes down to a different understanding of the modern digital world. For years, the Green Party has operated as if having good, sensible policies should be enough. Their online presence has often showed it: polite, earnest, and cluttered with well-meaning infographics and links to dense policy documents. An analysis from early 2025 by Owen Jones described the Greens' social media presence as largely dire, pointing out that their videos were often dull and too focused on parliamentary procedure, stuff that does little to connect with voters. This isn't just about aesthetics, it's a strategic challenge. In the 2024 general election, while other parties were flooding platforms like TikTok and X, the Greens' digital approach was often the total opposite of their traditional grassroots campaigning, the face-to-face conversations and door-knocking that are proven to change minds. That personal, persuasive energy hasn't always translated online. Instead, it can feel disconnected, formal, and worst of all, quiet. The result is a major opportunity gap. With their new resources and rapidly growing base, the question is no longer if the Greens have support, but how they can amplify that support online to match the scale of their ambition. The answer ironically lies with their biggest ideological opponent. Reform's digital success is no accident. It's a masterclass in modern political communication, built on 4 ruthlessly effective pillars. To build on their own success, the Greens need to understand what their rivals are doing so right. So, play number 1, the organic machine and the cult of personality. The first and most important part of Reform's playbook is their organic machine, powered almost entirely by leader-centric content. They figured out something crucial about platforms like TikTok, X and YouTube. Users connect with people, not logos. Nigel Farage, for all his controversy, is the engine of this machine. His content is often raw, unpolished, shot direct to camera and relentlessly reactive. While other parties workshop a response, Farage is already live, giving his unfiltered take. This feels authentic and native to these platforms, bypassing the built-in skepticism people have for slick, pre-packaged political ads. This strategy lets Reform achieve huge organic reach without a gigantic ad spend. They don't need to pay for attention when their leader generates it for free. They've essentially created their own media channel, allowing them to completely control the narrative and dodge the scrutiny of mainstream media gatekeepers they claim that are biased against them. It's a direct, unfiltered, and powerful line to their voters. Play number 2. Simple, repetitive, and emotional messaging. Reform's content is not complicated. They don't get bogged down in policy details. Instead, they hammer home a few core emotionally charged issues: immigration, the cost of living, and a deep frustration with Westminster. Their messaging is simple, populist, and repeated over and over again. This makes it incredibly easy for their supporters to understand, remember, and most importantly, share. Think about it digitally. A 30-page policy document isn't shareable. A fiery 1-minute video of a leader saying, "They've broken Britain," or "Britain is lawless," is. This is the core of their content strategy. By focusing on a few high-impact topics, they dominate the conversation around those issues. Their message spreads like a virus across social networks because it's simple and it taps into a deep well of anger and frustration. It's not about winning a nuanced debate, it's about creating a feeling and making that feeling go viral. Play number 3, hyper-targeted, data-driven campaigning. While the front end of Reform's strategy feels raw and organic, the back end is cold and calculated. They learn that to win, you have to know exactly who you're talking to. They don't just put one message out for the whole country. Instead, they use data analytics to deliver tailored ads with highly localized precision. This isn't just about showing a different ad in a different city. It's about understanding local anxieties and speaking to them directly. An ad in a coastal town might hit on fishing rights, while an ad in a northern industrial town talks about lost jobs. This approach was used effectively in the 2025 local elections, where they focused on anxieties in the Midlands and the North about cuts to the winter fuel payment and economic pressures. They use real-time data to see what's working, allowing them to adapt their message on the fly and maximise their impact without wasting money on people who will never vote for them. Play number 4, manufacturing community and urgency. Finally, reform doesn't just broadcast at its audience, it creates a sense of community and constant momentum. A key part of this involves blending real-world and online campaigning. A perfect example was last Saturday's National Action Day. They had stalls out and about in towns and cities all over the country signing up new members, but the entire event was live streamed. This creates a feedback loop. The local stalls make the movement feel real and present in communities, while the live stream creates a national sense of inescapable energy and urgency. This strategy turns passive viewers into active participants. It gives them a sense of belonging and a shared purpose. This is how you campaign in this day and age, lowering the barrier to entry and making it easy for anyone, anywhere to feel like they are part of the cause. It's a powerful tool for building loyalty and turning online anger into real-world action. So, how can the Greens steal and adapt the playbook? Well, understanding Reform's playbook is one thing. Adapting it for a party with a totally different ideology is the real challenge. The Greens can't just copy and paste, they need to steal and translate. And here's how. So adaptation number 1, unleash your organic leaders. The Green Party's charismatic leaders are a huge asset, and now it's time to fully unleash them online. New leader Zach Polanski is already making moves, significantly increasing his mainstream media appearances and hosting his twice-weekly Bold Politics podcast. This is the groundwork. Now the party needs to build a system around it. Imagine the deputy leaders doing more of the raw confrontational direct-to-camera videos, particularly Mofin Ali. He's known for this, calling out government neglect of working-class communities. This would be an excellent start. Instead of letting the media set the agenda, they should be hijacking it. When a new report on an oil company profits drop, they should be live within minutes, not with a press release, but with a passionate, angry video. This leader-centric approach focused on authentic, unpolished communication is how they can build a real connection with an online audience that's sick of sterile politicians. It's about finding their own version of Farage, but with a message of hope instead of division. So the second adaptation is find your simple, powerful, repeatable message. The Greens have tons of policies, but online that's a weakness. They need to stop trying to explain everything at once and zero in on a few core, powerful and repeatable messages. Instead of Reform's simple messaging on immigration, the Greens should create equally potent messages about wealth inequality, energy nationalisation or climate justice. So for example, they're getting rich from the climate crisis while you can't afford to pay your bills, or your energy bills are funding their record profits, it's time to take it back. These are simple, emotional and shareable messages that connect complex policy ideas to people's daily lives. Zach Polanski is already moving in this direction, arguing that people can't focus on the climate crisis if they're worried about rent and food. This is the key. Frame green politics not as an abstract environmental issue, but as the direct solution to the economic pain people feel right now. Adaptation 3. Use hyper-targeting for good. Data-driven campaigning isn't inherently right-wing, it's just a tool. And with the Green Party's membership soaring from 60,000 to now 150,000 at the time of writing, the party has the resources. The key is to funnel that money exactly how Reform are doing it, into a data-driven digital campaign, not into more meetings. Instead of broadcasting general messages about the environment, they should use the same kind of localised precision as Reform to target their own issues. In urban areas with terrible air quality, they could run hyper-targeted ads showing local pollution data and linking it to childhood asthma rates. In rural communities threatened by fracking, they could get messages directly to affected households, or even about flooding. They can also use data to find and mobilise their base. By identifying potential supporters based on their online behaviour and demographics, the Greens can deliver tailored messages about voter registration and specific policies that will fire them up. This would let them use their new budget for maximum efficiency, making sure their message reaches the people most likely to respond and amplifying their already strong grassroots game. And adaptation 4 is build a digital-first community. The Greens have a massive advantage that Reform lacks, a genuine pre-existing grassroots movement. The challenge is making that energy explode online. The fix is to copy Reform's strategy of blending online and offline action. Imagine the Green equivalent of Reform's Action Day. Stalls in town centres across the country, all live streamed to create a national sense of momentum as they organise local campaigns to insulate homes, clean up rivers, or start community energy projects. They can use their digital platforms to coordinate door knocking, run online training for activists, and create a sense of vibrant, ongoing community that lives both online and offline. The launch of a mobile app was the first step, but it must be part of a bigger strategy of constant engagement. By using digital tools to support and amplify their grassroots power, they can create a feedback loop where online activism fuels real-world actions and real-world wins become amazing online content. This is how they can turn passive supporters into an unstoppable digital army. So the digital landscape of British politics is being redrawn. Parties stuck on old methods are becoming invisible, while those who master the new rules are seizing control. Reform UK, for all its toxic rhetoric, has written the playbook for this new era. It's a playbook of personality, simple emotional messaging, surgical data targeting, and relentless community building. The Green Party is at a pivotal moment. They can continue their current path, or they can choose to supercharge their growth. They can steal these tactics not to copy Reform's divisive agenda, but to translate them for a message of social and climate justice. They can become just as aggressive, just as loud, and just as unmissable. The Green Party has seen its membership explode to 150,000, creating a war chest and a volunteer base that could be unstoppable. The appetite for an alternative is clearly there. The only question is whether the party is willing to funnel its new resources into the digital playbook needed to finally break through and reshape British politics. Could embracing this aggressive strategy be the key to the Greens' future, or would it alienate the very supporters that make up their base? Let me know what you think in the comments.